Hi everybody, thanks for clicking Treats TV with Chan, and I'm your host Chan. I'm a little under the weather and a little melancholy, excuse me. So it's wee hours of the morning, and what happens all over my media last night. I was up late last night because of some of this. There has been another shooting of an unarmed male, I will say, in the current city of South Carolina. So the initial report was the regular rigmarole that everyone's used to hearing, and then lo and behold, emerges a video of the officer stopping a routine stop. The person had a warrant for child support. It turns into something else. The gentleman does run, and the officer shoots him. He fires off 7 shots. I think they said 8. I counted 7, but they said 8 shots. And then also in the video, you see the officer, from what it appears like right now, walking over and leaving something at the side of the gentleman. So my question is, people, now what? Please don't post another selfie with the peace sign up and you can't get no peace. I'm not on the soapbox, and I'm trying not to do these blogs in this light. I don't want to blog about this stuff all the time, but it seems to be repetitive. It seems to be escalating numbers, and it seems to be happening a whole lot more in the past couple of years than it's ever happened before. If this doesn't feel like the 60s is back, I don't know what world you're in right now. I don't know if it's because the media is there more, but people talked back then. You just couldn't find out what was going on in another city, maybe. But you knew something was wrong. Where is everyone at? What are you doing? Buying more stuff? Hosting more things? Where's Black Wall Street? If you don't know what Black Wall Street is, people, please take a moment and Google it. And then realize who your Black Wall Street is right now. Where's Black Wall Street? There's a judge who finally, because he is an African-American judge, was able to actually hand out the right hand of justice to some Caucasian gentlemen who killed Caucasian teens, who killed a black man. And what more justice could you get than having to be sentenced by an African-American man? And he was great in his presentation of handing out that justice. I'm trying to figure out, when are y'all going to open your eyes? Or when are you going to... Is it going to take your husband or your son walking in with his head bashed in for you to realize, oh, it really does happen? Just because it doesn't happen in LA, California, LA, New York, and, the major cities anymore. But it is happening. Hurt my heart more than anything. There's media last week again of a young man. He couldn't have been more than 18. Who was in prison. Who was in the picture, beaten up with his eyes shut, on his knees with a leash around his neck with 2 other African-American males standing behind him. The comments that were made were so hurtful, it was incredible. Because it was accepted. Well, he's in prison. What do you think? Yes, we know that prison life can be a certain way, but here's what the question is. How did the gentleman post that picture from the jail cell? Number 1. What type of mentality do you have that you think that picture and all that it signified is okay? It's disgusting. The mother found out from media. And now the people who work there, who are supposed to, again, serve and protect, have to answer. They'll probably give you a piece of change. You can't get this boy's dignity back. You can correct those gentlemen who posted the picture, but what is wrong when you feel like it is okay, first of all, to keep going to prison? That lifestyle. And why is it okay to post all this foolishness on media, period, and nobody's doing anything? We can control some things because now you use your media to your benefit. The person who took that video of that man, Walter, I did not write his name down. Walter, I want to say Scott, being shot in his back, and they stayed there and kept calm and quiet through the whole filming of this video. There's a whole nother level of media right now, and all you can do is record it. Some of you people can post live, upload it immediately. It goes viral, and then maybe something is done. But we've seen repeatedly where the black and white means nothing. Ferguson, Eric Holder went in. The FBI did their investigation. They found that nothing was wrong. And lo and behold, what happens with media, because email is media, people. You uncover a bunch of emails where they are calling the president in that same police department a monkey. The first lady is an African whatever, and so forth with the emails. It was a mindset. But how did it get missed? Your media is an outlet, but more so, our Black Wall Street, which is a pocket, is an outlet. Where are our Masons and our Eastern Stars and all of those other organizations that used to stand for something besides knowing that I will be buried correctly? Do something besides jibber jabber, post pictures, praise the Lord. I pray all the time. But even in my messed up state, I still want to walk. I still want to be there. It's going to take somebody running up in your house and just extending you to sorry, to say, oh, we're sorry, we had the wrong house number. Don't forget, just because you live in a building doesn't mean that it doesn't affect you. Just because you live in the suburbs doesn't mean it doesn't affect you, because they can have the wrong house at any point. Remember, they ran up in that radio man's house and told him that he was a burglar, and when he told him he lived there, the officer manhandled him. That's when President Obama sat down with them and had the beer. Y'all forgot about that? It's called pushback, because I ain't never seen this much happening in this many years. It's called pushback. So you're going to have to find another way to push back people, but you need to do something instead of this. You can say what you want about me. Thank you for clicking. But for every bad that you might feel, I know what I do. It's called the drop in the bucket theory. And whether you realize it or not, somebody's watching this across the water in a different city that didn't know this happened in South Carolina. That didn't know that you can turn your life around at any point that you want. So I'm doing something. And I sure ain't being malicious. So can't nothing bad come from this but a kudos. If one person just sees this and realize, okay, there must be some type of epidemic out here, and does a little bit of something, it helps a whole lot more than me doing this. Do you even know what this means? Peace. But you ain't got no peace. I'm going to say something now, and y'all probably going to go in on me on the inbox, because it ain't no relation to this story. But I'm answering your question. Yes, I will be covering Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when it comes on. Don't flip on me. I have to squeeze it in. You asked the question on my inboxes. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Yes, I'm gonna cover that. Hit me on Instagram, Twitter at Dress Rest Love, Facebook Treats TV with Chan. I'll see you next week.